Next up, at UFC 307, we have a rebooked matchup between Ovince St. Preux and Ryan Spann. This was supposed to happen a few weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago, but Ovince St. Preux had to pull out. It just said sick, so I don't know what or why, and if you know, I put this out there on the quick picks. Nobody knew why then, so if you know why he was pulled out, let me know. I doubt it was weight cut related, but now we're running it back, and we're doing it at elevation, and frankly, I did lower my confidence level in this pick because of elevation. We got Ovince St. Preux, 21-17 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that upset win over Kennedy Nzechukwu, taking on the very dangerous Ryan Spann, 21-10 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's riding that 3-fight skid. And we've got a banger. We got two guys that will fight. Ovince sometimes will just stare at you, and it can be frustrating because he's got all the technique. Ovince St. Preux is a very good fighter. He's a talented guy, but he's made some career missteps. He stepped up on short notice in matchups maybe he shouldn't have. He's moved up to heavyweight against people that maybe he shouldn't have. Style-wise, he's a good striker. He's got power. He's got technique. He could work in a takedown or two as well, but he really only wrestles if the opportunity just sort of falls into his lap. But he can be frustrating to watch because you know he's fast. You know he's powerful. You know he's all these things, and sometimes he's just hands up, just never really lets it go, doesn't let that volume out. He is coming off that giant upset win over Kennedy Nzechukwu, where I didn't feel either one of them looked great, but a lot of people are convinced that Ovince looked spectacular in that fight. I think it was just because of the odds and what was supposed to happen. He's taking on massive Ryan Spann, 6'5", tons of power, an incredible reach. He's very dangerous. He has 21 wins. 18 of those wins are stoppages. But it's not just one-punch knockout power. He has a whole bunch of submissions as well. He'll snatch up that neck. He'll grab something in a scramble, and he can make it work. He is dangerous absolutely everywhere, incredibly dangerous. He does have cardio. So I know there's a lot of first-round wins in here, but he has cardio. He can threaten for a full 15 minutes. He's coming off that third loss in a row. This one was to Bogdan Guskov. This has to be a winner-go-home on both sides. We either have a 4-fight skid on one side or an older gentleman continuing to squeak these out on the other. Two aging vets. They've been struggling. Even though Ovince had the win most recently, I am going to lean Ryan here. I just think Ovince might be a little too gun-shy. Ryan Spann is not gun-shy. Ryan Spann's got power for days. He's going to move forward. I think he trusts his cardio. So Ryan Spann's going to be the pick here. But the elevation does change my confidence just a touch. Not an enormous amount, but this was booked. It was moved. It was rebooked. Ovince was sick. I don't know why. I'm going Ryan Spann here, but I'm not betting on it. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Omega Sai.
Are you allowed to do that? You're not in that frat.
I don't know if I am or not, honestly. That was,
because you couldn't be in that frat even if you wanted to. So I don't think you're allowed to do that.
I'll be honest. I think I could pull some strings, and I think once they got to know me, they would really enjoy me.
I think you would be called a culture vulture.
I think they would really enjoy my presence in there. One of my favorite lock of the week comments was they said, "Man, Jacob has such good taste in music for his lock of the week videos. He must have a ton of black friends." And I replied with, "I wish. It's something I'm looking for." So. Yeah, I honestly, people that talk about Ryan Superman Spann, by the way, I took David Hernandez by points in this Contender Series fight right now. I don't know anything about any. I don't know who these fighters are, but that's what I played for this one. We'll see how it plays out while we're watching. Ryan Superman Spann has very overrated power. This guy's not a powerful guy. He's a huge guy. He's a big guy, not a powerful guy. 21 wins, 6 knockouts. When you're 6'6", 205 pounds, you have 6 KOs in your entire career and 21 wins. That's not a lot of power.
Crazy way to look at that. He's had 18 stoppages. 18 stoppages of 21 wins. That's so crazy that you tried to reduce it down to the number of knockouts and say he's not dangerous. Crazy.
I said he doesn't have power. I didn't say he's not dangerous. I said he doesn't have power. He
Okay.
doesn't. For a 205-pound man, he lacks the power that most light heavyweights have. In a fight like this against what people will consider a chinny OSP, OSP probably is a chinny guy. I don't think Ryan Spann. I think Kenny Nchekwu was twice as powerful than a guy like Ryan Spann. OSP was biding his time in that fight. Now we have a big cage at elevation. I believe that this fight is going to turn sloppy. I don't think Ryan Spann's going to fucking... When you see Ryan Spann just walk across, just one punch knock out somebody, except for like a Dominic Reyes or whatever, who has been chinned by about everybody at this point. Now he's making a resurgence. We love him for that. I don't see Ryan Spann coming through and chinning OSP. I think this turns sloppy. I think there's a lot of clinch work. I think it turns crazy. I think there's some groundwork, and I think that on the ground, OSP is going to outwork Ryan Spann and find a submission, and I'm going with OSP because I think this fight is very sloppy at elevation. Ryan Spann is overrated power, and I'm taking the dog here.
Yeah, you picked him last time too, so consistent with that, which I get. I mean, if Ryan Spann does have cardio, and I think he got robbed a few fights ago. Like the 3-fight skids got some asterisks in the mix there. But I do, we are split here. $9,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. That's because of the 18 finishes and 21 wins. That's the only reason. And Ovince St. Preux's 41, and he's been stopped before. So if Ryan Spann wins, he will absolutely be worth that $9,200.
Who do you think would win in a jiu-jitsu match between these two?
I don't know their belts. This feels
well,
like
I mean, it's not about fucking belts. I was just a genuine question.
I
just feel like
I would assume Ryan Spann with all the submission wins.
I think OSP's a much better grappler.
I don't know. It hasn't really. I know they're
I've
MMA
seen both
grappling.
grapple when I fucking.
Yeah, I know they're MMA grappling, and Ryan Spann is just snatching things up as soon as he can. But I don't know what like position grappling only would look like between the two of them. OSP's the better athlete between the two of them, so. If they've been training the same amount, then yeah, it could be OSP for sure. But Ryan Spann, we've seen him snatch things up. Either way, DraftKings Fantasy, I don't know if I'm going to spend that money on Ryan Spann. If he wins, he's 100% worth that money. But there's so many risks there. If I'm building a single entry cash game lineup, I can't spend that money on that slot. But if I am chasing a giant payout in a large tournament, not only will I use the optimizer on the website, but I might have exposure to Ryan Spann. If you want to unlock that optimizer, chase that payout. If you do want to take a peek behind the curtain, see the bets, the picks, the round line leans, the artificial intelligence, every single thing that we do, you can do so now. WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. $10 for an entire month, and that month includes 307, UFC 308, the 2 fight nights in between. We have a super chat from an angry Discord person, Angelo.
That's Al Bundy. Show some respect.
Angelo, why are you such a jerk to premium members in the Discord? Don't let the success of this channel get to your head.
I agree, Al Bundy. Let me address it first. That I just can't. Oh,
here we go. Okay, I'm talking about this to the person watching this stream right now. You're yelling nonsense. It's unbelievable. Listen, I'm going to need a specific example. I'm not a jerk specifically to premium members or specifically to non-premium members. If you guys at me with some dumb shit, I'm going to respond accordingly. And that's the problem with Discord. Discord has given people a lot of access. And I get a lot of at Angelo, lots of trolly shit, pictures of me eating, all sorts of dumb shit.
Organizing your candy. People love you organizing your candy. That's the new topic these days.
All sorts of stupid shit gets added. Anytime I miss one bet, at blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
But you're proud of that candy. Offense. You're proud of that candy wall.
Oh, people having an issue. Yeah, and I don't, especially like someone tried to troll me today in the Discord, and I was like, bye. You're not going to fucking fuck with me in my own Discord. You're not doing that. The hell out of here.
Angelo is very, and this is kind of a peek behind the.
Yeah, here we go.
I mean, this is kind of a peek behind the curtain on how he treats you guys that way. Imagine, how he treats me and how he talks to me, because, I mean, he is just angry all the time. It's been years and years of mental abuse, but now it's starting to turn a little bit more physical. You guys have noticed on the pay-per-views.
Didn't you say you beat me up in that fight? How could I physically abuse somebody who beat me up in an actual fist fight?
Well, when
you were sick, no less.
Yeah, when it's a sanctioned fight, I'm willing to fight. When I'm walking into a media room and I get like randomly double legged because your ego needs to you need to feed your ego. It's like, I'm not here to fight Angelo. I'm here to relax. You guys have noticed that I haven't been going to Angelo's for the pay-per-views as much. Haven't been in the vlogs, and there's a reason for that. It's the mental abuse, the physical abuse.
I know the reason. You want me to tell everybody the reason?
Huh?
Yeah, thought so. Anyway, I'm just me. And when people say dumb shit, I respond accordingly. The last little outburst I had that wasn't specific to an actual person, I placed a bet. And one of the bets included Esparza and Pennington. And it said Esparza / versus Pennington. And I got so many people, how'd you get a 2.5 round line on that fight? How'd you get a 2.5 round line on that fight? Because the reading comprehension is tough.
Have you guys watched the Menendez brothers documentary? Yes or no in the chat. Let me know in the comments as well, because that's kind of what I go through.
If you don't have, you think I'm Menendezing you?
We go through a lot of toothbrushes.
I didn't watch the documentary. I just know what they did to their parents, and I know
we
that
go
after
through
the fact,
we go through a lot of toothbrushes, Angelo.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but I have a feeling it's disgusting, so cut it out. Either way,
Billy.
If I was mean to you in the Discord, it's honestly,
and I appreciate all you guys. I didn't realize until about 20 minutes ago that we even had premium members, so I didn't realize that we were making income or whatever. So thank you guys that are signed up. If you're a premium member in the chat right now, let me know so I can thank you personally. I'll go through a list of all the names right now.
Well, there may be there's thousands of them.
I don't give a fuck. If they got time to sign up, I got time for them, Angelo.
There you go. Read them off. Read off the names. Validate. Make sure they have the validate. Some of them lie. We do genuinely appreciate you. That question was specific to why are you mean in the Discord? Well, if you say some dumb shit, I'm going to be mean.